Hey guys, it's FitzBro, and I hope you're doing great. I know that there have been a lot of mixed feelings around AoE 4 recently, and most of this stemming from the current state of balance and bugs. And I think I just have to address the elephant in the room, which is the fact that playing AoE 4 and making AoE 4 content has felt really hard for me lately. As many of you know, I've uploaded an AoE 4 video every day so far in 2022 and was going to make that my New Year's resolution. Largely, I have uploaded a video every day since the September Age of Empires beta, and I'm finding it harder to find the motivation daily to play or even cast this game. And most of this just truly is because of the balance. The main things being the fact that Mongol balance is out of control, just way too strong, not possible to kind of win if you're playing many of the other civilizations if they do certain tactics such as the tower rush or the multiple units because of Uvu or whatever it might be. And the same thing kind of going on with Rus and just every player going for the fast castle strategy and going for the horse archer spam. And while yes, you sometimes can get lucky and stop it, there's like very small window of ability to do that. You've got animation canceling bugs, whether it's late game with, say, your elephants, or it's early game with one or two scouts actually killing a dock or pushing your entire villager line off gold. There's just like a number of things that are making the game really not fun for me right now. And even when we don't talk about those main civilizations, I don't enjoy the fact that there's landmarks that seem to be like massively stronger than every other landmark in the game. I am all about there being uniqueness in the civilizations. I love the asymmetry. I really enjoyed that about AoE 3 personally, but I don't feel like it's an even hand that you're dealt right now. Like, you've got the Holy Roman Empire, who seem to have lacking strength in many other aspects of the civilizations, but then they have the Regius Cathedral that can generate 900 gold in base, and I felt the same thing weighing about AoE 3, that just like inherently generating massive amounts of resources that's supposed to require map control really irks me. And I know you have to get those relics, but it feels like it's like a mini game about like, does the HRE get the relics? Like, GG, they win the game or whatever. And it's not always the case. And then you've got like unkillable Chinese siege if they've got villagers repairing them, or just bombards in general. Like, there's just like a number of things, and it's been discussed at length in bug reports and the Reddits and the forums everywhere. But I feel like it's just all kind of added up. And at first I was able to kind of look past it, but right now it's just really been eating at me, and it's taken a lot of my pleasure out of the game. And I've dealt with like poor balance. I mean, I've been playing Age of Empires my whole life, but the past year is when I really got serious with my streaming in Age of Empires. When AoE 3 Definitive Edition came out, there was a series of pretty serious balance issues with that game, but I always was able to get through it and still find motivation in some other ways. But maybe it's the fact that we just have, there's only 8 civs to choose from, and then when there's like kind of like 2 that are like really inherently broken at the moment, like I can't find myself to play the OP civs. And like, I was really looking forward to playing the Mongols coming out of the betas. I was really excited about the civilization. I felt like it was unique. I liked it. But the second I started to realize like it was wildly OP, I stopped playing the civilization completely. And it's kind of bugged me. And I can only assume there'll be new civilizations launched, and I don't know the timeline. I wouldn't even be surprised if it isn't even in the next year. It could possibly be in the next year. But the rate at which balance changes and bug fixes have been happening is just really been getting me down. Like, I know that developers have limitations. I'm a software developer myself. While I don't work in the game space, I generally kind of understand and can sympathize a lot of times with the devs. And I know that Microsoft oversees a lot of what's going on with Relic, and that there's a lot of hands involved. But I do feel like there has been an overall like the ball has been dropped with the launch of this game. It's an amazing game with just like limitless potential, and I feel like it will get to the state where I think it should be in probably the very near future. with balance changes and bug fixes. But maybe it's just like a more of a kind of telling of like the state of modern day in 2022, like gaming and releases. Like it is now common practice and wildly acceptable, and this isn't anything new, to release games that truly aren't done. Should a modern RTS have been released without full hotkey customization? I mean, and even if it didn't have every hotkey, how can I not set a mouse hotkey in an RTS in 2022? Like, how is that possibly a thing that got shipped like that? It's not like they didn't know about this coming into launch, and knowing this, and I'm sure they knew it well before launch time, they still decided to proceed to line their pocketbooks because they know people will buy it and they can patch it over time. And maybe that's just how games are, and it kind of stinks that it's what we have to accept as gamers and a lover of this genre, and particularly this series. But it really bothers me. I could see through many of those things and think, oh well, yeah, they'll patch that, they'll fix that. Yes, we can only assume that hopefully months to years from this posted video that yes, there's already more hotkey customization in the game. But it blows my mind that details like this were chosen to be skipped with the game that was in development for so long. And I'm very active at trying to provide feedback when I have it, and usually in the most constructive way that I can, and usually give the developers the benefit of the doubt. They did just announce there's going to be a January patch, so that could be soon. But wouldn't it be nice to at least have a solid understanding of what maybe is happening in that January patch at this point? The last communication or the last real update was at the beginning of December. And I know the devs have holiday breaks. I had holiday breaks myself, and I've already been back in the office. I've already completed a full sprint and released code myself. And I know I'm not working on the scale of Relic or Microsoft, but they've been in the office. They have not been out of the office for over a month. There's stuff they're working on. And if you're not going to be releasing stuff, whatever, communicate what is coming. We know there's a patch coming, but there's been no information, so little. They said oh yeah, well, rank's coming. No shit. Why is it not already in the game, in a launch game? It should be coming. We already expected that. I don't find that personally to be very big news. I would like to know when they say oh well, we're working on the Mongols and the Rus and Delhi. Give us some pretty specifics. We're likely fixing these bugs that you addressed. This is what we're working on. So I at least can know okay, that give me motivation to play and know oh well, this is going to be fixed very soon. But there's still the uncertainty of there could be a patch tomorrow and they might miss just a ton of bugs that I am hoping that might get hit, and maybe it would at least help me gauge my expectations. And I understand a lot of times they don't want to overpromise and then under-deliver, right? They don't want to say, oh, well, we're going to fix this, and then it doesn't actually get fixed. And we know with every bug fix and update will come new bugs. It just happens. But I really wish there was more communication that is more direct. And whether it's, I know that people will still be upset, well, now I'm not getting enough news, right? Well, they did now. It's a little bit's coming, and I'm just unhappy that I didn't get enough, right? I would at least be more, I feel if I felt that the devs were listening more actively, would be, but it'd be more patient, or at least a little bit more understanding, or could gauge my expectations in the weeks and months as we wait. And I would love to see, honestly, updates to fix bugs every 2 weeks. Why can't we have that? And maybe it's just somehow impossible because of the size of the studio, but there's plenty of software companies and game companies that do that. Every 2 weeks, there could be an update. And between that, if there is a game-breaking bug that's introduced or discovered, that anything could be hotfixed at any moment. Would that be so terrible in the current state? Would it be terrible that we knew back at the beginning of December that Mongols had severe balance issues, and think of how quickly they could have just changed a few numbers. And I know balance is careful, and you can't go two-way, and you have to give time, right? You have to give time for the meta to be discovered and all that. But there's been things that were identified, demo ships, clearly bugged. That could have been something a demo ship fixed the number. It's a hot fix. Why can't that? How does that take so long? And is it the fact that the code is such spaghetti because of how long they've been working on it, and there's been that much turnover over time that it's not possible? Is that like a true possibility? I doubt it. Like I feel like even me not even know what coding language or environment, whatever they're doing, like could blindly go through their code right now and maybe even find many of the things that I think would be like what I consider hot fixable items. And I can only imagine they have very, very competent, capable developers. And I hate to direct any negative attention even at the developers themselves, because I feel like it comes down to management. I feel like the management like has to be the issue at this point, whether it's the upper management at Relic or whoever the liaison is at Microsoft or who controls the whole operation. They're missing not only like items that were somehow majorly missed in the roadmap of what should be in a modern RTS, but they have missed communication. The communication has largely just been almost nothing. Like I go through my Age of Empires 4 news feed that they like, you know, I'm subscribed to it in my Discord and look at it, and it's like all these updates that give me no information. Even the last update at least gave us like a smidge of information, but still was largely like a non-update. And I saw this picture that they posted that said like soon or something, or it said like let me look specifically. I'll pull it up. They posted in the AoE 4 news, and it said, coming soon. Let's see if I can pull this up on screen so you can see it. Let's see, screen share, right here. Coming soon. This was posted, and I was like, feel like this is literally a visual representation of how I feel AoE 4 is right now. It feels like the whole game is coming soon. Like news is coming soon. The next patch is coming soon. The bug fixes, all the things that should be happening. Like it's not actually going to happen. It just feels like it's just we keep waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. And I'm sure that since I'm going to be posting this, that there'll be an update tomorrow, and I'm just going to feel like an idiot. But I still don't think it dismisses the fact of like I feel like we've been left in the dark mainly with what's going on, and I just really am irritated. And I really do think that patches are going to happen. All the things I'm complaining right now are going to hopefully get fixed. And this is just a big old rant. But I feel like I have to share a little bit about how I've been feeling about the game. And I don't know if other people are as frustrated as me. I know there's people who are frustrated. Then I read forums and people here that's like totally like, oh no, it's cool. I'm having a good time. Like I'm just waiting, and they're cool. But I'm not cool queuing up like a civilization I enjoy playing, like Abbasid or Delhi, or like two of my favorite civilizations, and just knowing that there's a chance that the opponent could choose Mongols and I could just straight up have a 200% chance of losing that game. Like it doesn't make it fun for me, and I feel like a lot of my streams lately I've just been feeling negative as I'm playing through and not feeling like I like to think that, you know, there's at least a chance for everyone, like every civilization, or you could figure out some way to get around it no matter how strong something is. But like truly feel like there's things that are just so broken that it becomes almost impossible or not enjoyable to play in the style that you have to avoid it. With that being said, this is my video here for today. I'm trying to stick with my goal of posting something every day in 2022, and I really was kind of excited about having this goal to work towards. But I wanted to share and be interested to see in your comments, you know, are you feeling any of these emotions? And let's face it, the reason why I feel like this is it's a game I'm very passionate about. It's a series I'm very passionate about. It means so much to me and probably so many of you, because I know that I can look at the demographics of the age ranges of people playing the game, or looking at my YouTube channel. It's like I know everyone's many of you are in the similar like age as me. You grew up with this game. You played AoE 2, you played Age of Mythology, you played AoE 3, you played StarCraft, and like these RTSs, they hold that special place in your heart because like parts of it reminds you of those joys of playing as a kid and playing with your friends, or playing like I remember playing my first Age of Mythology game online on dial-up back in the day. Like, and that you know was something that was so cool to me, and something that's you know kind of like part of me as a person, and like my video game and my I don't know if you say like my leisurely activities I enjoy doing, of just like something that's just always been, you know, why like a series like this means more to me than most any other video game out there. I've just been playing it and following it and been all just lost in the genre, and is great. It's supposed to be an escape from our everyday life, right? Playing video games and having a great time in a series that we've waited so long for and highly anticipated. And there's just like, the game is so great in many ways, right? It's easy to dwell on the negative things right now, maybe. But it's just like, it's so close, and I can't wait for it to be at that next step. But just been feeling frustrated, and felt like I had to share with you guys. I'm going to be continuing to upload daily casted games or strategy guides or VODs. And let me know in the comments if you have anything to think about all of this we've just discussed here. Or even if you have some suggestions for like what content you would like to see. It might help give me a little motivation when I'm looking for something to record for you guys. And thank you so much for, as always, supporting the channel. If you made it this far in the video, I really do appreciate you watching all of the things I'm posting, whether it's on YouTube or Twitch or in the Discord or whatever it might be. I really enjoy making this content, and it's been a bummer. At the start of the year, it doesn't matter what job you're in. Even outside of like, content creation isn't my full-time job. It's like a fun thing I do, and it's doing okay right now, and it kind of it helps me out. But you guys know I'm a software developer as my full-time job, keeping the lights on. But I want to enjoy it more, and it's kind of been a drag that I'm like, sit down and I want to like record a video and find myself like, man, I just don't really want to do this at the moment. And hopefully that'll be changing with our January patch that we're all looking forward to. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Please make sure you subscribe if you have not already. I know that there's many people watch the videos, don't always hit that subscribe button. I do appreciate every subscription, and I do take your comments to heart. So let me know if you guys have suggestions for things you're looking to see, or have any suggestions on how I can help keep my spirits up here as we wait for this next patch. Okay, guys, I'll see you in the next one.